Yeah. Very good morning, guys. So last day we just been completed up with where we stopped at. The grid view is coding is completed. You're learning about loading multiple tables into a data set, right? Yeah. Yeah. This is what I was explaining in the last class, guys, loading multiple tables into data set. And what did I say? If at all you want to load multiple tables into data set, I just explained to you that two different options available to you. What are the two options? Option one, you can use a single adapter and load multiple tables. I written the code and shown you in the last session. Single adapter, multiple tables. How? Override the select statement every time and you can load. How many tables you can load? Any number of tables you can load. But what is the drawback here? The drawback is you cannot update all the tables. If you tomorrow, if you want to update, you can update only the last table. Only the last table. Second option, using a separate adapter for each table you are loading. Using a separate adapter for each table you're loading. Suppose you're loading some 10 tables, you'll be using 10 different adapters for this. Okay. And advantage, you can update all the 10 tables. And second thing is you can load each table from a different data source also. I said you one table I can load from Oracle, one table from MySQL, one table from SQL Server. Like this, you can load the data from any number of tables. That's your choice. Is it clearer or not? Okay. So like this, you can just load the data from any number of tables by using this mechanism. So these are the two different options. What I was explaining in the last class about loading multiple tables. Okay, I'll show you example with both the two things. First, let me add a new web form. Sorry, new form. Now on this, start partitions into script. Okay. Here, I will place a what's the design first? I'm placing a combo box on the top. You know, combo box. So I'm placing a combo box on the top. Okay. And below this, I will add a drop down list. Sorry, data grid view. We'll set this as doc bottom. Doc bottom. Okay. I just had a combo box and a drop down list control on the top. Okay. So fine. So this is the design, the drop down list. And here we have a grid view, a data grid view control. Now, what I want, I wanted to connect to our database and load two tables from the database. So I'm importing system.data.sql client, creating a data set and also one data adapter. One adapter only taken, but I'm going to load two tables. I'm using the first approach. What are that? One adapter, multiple tables. One adapter, multiple tables. How to do? Say to load this information. See what I'm doing first. This string constr is equals to, we did not import configuration manager using system.configuration. Configuration manager dot connection strings of, what's it guys? SQL constr. This is a name, SQL constr. SQL constr dot connection string. Just a minute. Okay. So reading that okay, reading the connection string. What next? DS is equals to new data set. Creating an empty data set. Next. DA equal to new data adapter. Now I'm going to fetch the data from the department table. Select star from which table? Department table. So we created this table in our database now. What's the database, guys? CSDB. Oh, table name is DPTR, not department. The table name is DPT and EMP. Select star from DEPT, comma, constr. Is that clear? So select star from DEPT, comma, constr. Next, call fill method. Which table? DEPT table. So how many tables are loaded now? One table, correct? Now I want to load one more table here. I want to load one more table. See, once I call the fill method, the work of the select statement is completed. Array fill method executed means select statement work is completed. So what I can do, I can override that select statement dot command text is equals to, I'm overriding select star from another table name I'm writing here. And again, I can call fill, and this is going to load you the second table. Like this, you can load any number of tables. Say, suppose you want to load a third table. What one is sal grade? We have these three tables already in the database now. Sal grade. And you see here, it will load you all the three tables. Message box dot show ds dot tables dot count. Number of tables loaded. Somewhere semicolon is missing. Yeah, semicolon is missing. Check. Is that clear? Like this, you can load any number of tables here. But one thing understand, every time when you're loading here, you are overriding the old select statement. You are overriding the old select statement. That's why if I use a command builder here, already explained about command builder, the command builder can generate you the select statement insert and update only for last table. Which table? So you can update only that table only. 1 and 2 cannot be updated. Which table can be updated? Only 3 can be updated, but 1, 2 cannot be updated. That is the drawback. Understood? So when should I use this mechanism? We generally use this mechanism when you don't want any changes. Means I don't want any updations here. My requirement is only to display the data, not for updating the data. You don't want to update the data? No, I don't want to. Okay, if you don't want to update the data, use this now. If you want updations, then what do you do? Use a separate adapter for DEPT, separate adapter for EMP, and a separate adapter for SalGrid. No, sir, I don't have any updates. This is fine then. Okay. I want 2 tables only here. Just to make you understand, I written all the things, but I want 2 tables only. And the number of tables that are loaded are 2 now. Okay now? So now the 2 tables are loaded in the data set, correct? Now I wanted to display them now. I wanted to display. First, I will grid view here now. Data grid view 1 dot data source is equals to ds dot tables of, see we have 2 tables in the data set. Having multiple tables in the data set, always it's a good habit to use the table name than the index positions. It's always a good habit to use the table name than the index position. So you're just binding the EMP table to the grid view. Run this. The EMP table has to be loaded into the grid view control now. Are you clearer or not? Yeah. Loaded. Okay, fine. What next? We have one more table, guys. What is that? DPT, right? The DPT table, I want to bound to the drop-down list now. I want to bind the DPT table to drop-down list. Remember when I explained about, to the combo box. When I explained about the list controls, combo box, list box, checklist box controls, I said you there are multiple ways you can load values into them. 3 options I shown you. One is in the property window, you can add a value. Second one, you have a method called items.add and add the value. Third option, items.add range and add the value. Fourth option, This data source property is available for drop down list also. For your combo box also you have that property. Combo box one dot data source is equals to. You can bind a table to a drop down list also. A combo box also you can bind it. For a list box, combo box, we can bind it. What is the difference between grid view and combo box is grid view can show you rows and columns of data, but combo box, list box and checklist box can show you only one column. That's all. What it can show? Only one column. They cannot show table. Yeah, if that is a table, we don't require grid view then. Grid view is designed to display complete table, but the other three controls, what we're talking, what is that? Combo box, list box, and third one, checklist box. These three can only show you one single column of the table. So when you bind a table like this, see the problem, it's not showing anything now. Why is it not showing anything? See, one thing understand, 4 rows are bound, 4 records in the table, 4 rows are bound. But so output is not coming, you bound the row, the rows are bound. But which column to display, you did not tell that. Which column to display, you did not tell that. Understood? Huh? So combo box one dot display member is equals to specify the column you wanted to show. Which column, sir? That's your choice. I have 3 columns in the table. One is department number. See there. Other option, I have location. Location, I can show that column. Or I can show department name. Choice is yours. Which column you wanted to show, you can just go for displaying that particular column. Is it clear or not? But by default, you can just show the column you want. And right now, I wanted to show which column is DPT number. Okay. And by default, guys, if you observe here, 10 is coming as a default selection, correct? Yes or not? No, I don't want 10 to be selected. What it has to show me? It has to show me select department. What it has to show you? Select department. If that is the case, combo box one dot items dot, there is a method called insert. Insert an item into 0th position. Insert an item into which position? 0th position. What to insert? Select department. This works, huh? Or I should use a text property. No. Not like, not insert. Dot text equal to select department. You can see that. By default, you will be getting the text as select department. Clearer? Under that, you have all the values. Are you clear till now? Yes or not? Now my next requirement is, we have 4 departments here, 10, 20, 30, 40, and we have 25 records that are present in the table. We have 25 records that are present in the table. Clear? And do you remember grid view is editable now? Already shown you in the previous class, it is editable. I can add records, I can delete records, I can update records, I can do whatever I want. If you want to restrict the editing of the grid view, you have properties to the grid view. What you know? Allow users to add rows. You cannot add a row now. The default is true. Make it false. Allow users to delete rows. It will allow to delete rows. Make it false. So adding rows, deleting rows will not be possible now. By default, all of you guys observe. When you just see the grid view in the last, you have a new row in the last, see, where I can enter a row record now. Same way, I can select the record and I click on delete, will delete. But luckily, we don't have a save. If I save, that record will be saved out of the database. But I want it to be non-editable. Everything should be non-editable. So simply allow users to add rows false, allow users to delete rows false. Run. And now observe all of you in the last, you won't find the neuro option, see? The neuro option is not coming now. And also select record, click delete, not deleting. But updation will be possible. I can update a record. I can update a record. See, updation is working. If you want to restrict this updation also, what you will do, set the read-only property of the control as true. Understood? Allow users to add rows, false. Allow users to delete rows, false. Read-only, true. Will make your grid view non-editable now. Clear? Your data grid is non-editable. Okay. Now the requirement is, look, you're getting some 25 records there, all the 25 records loaded here, and here we have a drop down. The next requirement, suppose if I'm selecting a department here, suppose like 20, it has to filter and show me the employees working in the department number 20 now. Is that clear? So that's my next requirement. Whatever department is selected, it has to filter and show me the employees of that particular department. Whatever department is selected, that department employees has to come. Okay, now. Understood all of you? So that's what exactly my requirement is. Whatever is selected, it has to filter and show me all the records based on the department, whatever I select. So that's what exactly my requirement is all about. So where should I write the logic? What to write is secondary. First, where should I write the logic? This action should be performed when you select an item in the drop-down list, correct? That is the case. You're required to write the logic under an event of the drop-down of the combo box called as, that is the event. That is the default event here. You're required to write the logic there. Okay. So what to do now? What to do here? I need to find out the employees of the appropriate department now. Okay. How to find out? Before that, first we require to find out what department is selected by user. First, we need to find out what department is selected by the user. How to find out? Combo box 1 dot text. This will give you the department number now. This will give you the department number. So verify. Message box dot show combo box 1 dot text. Now, when this event will fire, this event will fire when you select an item in the drop down. This event will fire when you select an item in the drop down. Watch time 30. Are you clearer or not? So this event is going to fire when you select a department. Whenever you select something, automatically this event will fire. Is it clear? But you have a small problem here. What is the problem? Not any error, but a problem. What the problem is, when you run this, did I select anything now? I did not select anything right now. It's loading. In the time of loading only, once the event will fire, and it will show you data overview. What is the data overview? Actually, when this event is firing for the first time, the first time the event is firing is when you are binding the table to the drop down. When you're binding the table to the combo box, it is firing. Put a breakpoint here, all of you. Put a breakpoint here. Run the code. See now, what is happening? The table is getting bound to the combo box, right? Yes or not? And you see, guys, event fired. Event fired. Okay. But at that point of time, there is no department number selected. When the department number is selected, are in the next line. The department number selection is done in the next line. Are you getting my point or not? So that's what. Now the department number is selected, and again it will fire the event and show you the first department. What was department? 10. Okay. But understand a point here. I don't want this logic to execute in the load event at all. I don't want this logic to execute in the load event at all. You don't want? No, I don't want. Then when you want, after the form is loaded, then if the user selects, I want the selection to work now, not in the load event. Did you catch my point or not? When I want this action to be done? After load, not while loading. Do you understand me or not? The logic should execute after load, not while loading. While loading, I don't want this logic to be executed at all. Am I clearer or not? Understood my point? So now, what is the problem, if it executes while loading, by default, it will show you employees of department number 10 only. Or you want to show employees of department number 10 by default or all? All. Okay? To avoid this, I don't want the logic of this one. I don't want this logic to execute while the form is loading. So now see, while the form is loading, that logic is executing. We did not complete the logic still, but that logic is executing while the form is loading. And I don't want this to happen. To control this, what I'll do is, I will declare a Boolean variable, Boolean flag is equals to false. Boolean flag. What is the default value? False. Array, if I don't give also, this false only default. If I don't give also, the default value of a Boolean flag or false only. You know that? Boolean default is false. Okay, declare a Boolean. Now here I'm writing a small condition. What condition? If flag. If flag means if true. If true, then only execute the code. But what is the value? False is a flag value. So now when you run that in the load event, the message box is not shown. See? Yes or not? It is not shown. But now tell me, when I select the department number, it has to show me or not? Come on, yaar, be active. It has to show me. But see now also it is not showing. Why is it not showing? Flag value is false here. Flag value is false. That should not show it. So that's why what I'm doing, in the end of the load event, all of you concentrate. In the end of the load event, I'm checking it as. Now you understood while form is loading, flag is false. So even the control goes there, the logic won't execute now. Now before the form load is completed, flag value is set as true. Yes or not? See now, the form is loaded. When the form is loaded, what is the flag value? True now. Understood or not? Just a second, I'll put a breakpoint here. The form is loading. I stopped here. What is the flag value now? False. Flag value is false now. At that statement, flag value is false. If you want, put your mouse on the flag and see. Yes or not? Now, flag is true. See, flag became true now. The flag became true now. And because the flag value became true now, when I say now, see now, it's working. Now it is working. Are you clearer or not? Why did I put that condition? Because I don't want this logic to execute while the form is loading. I want this logic to execute only after the form is loaded. Okay? So done. Now come here. What next? Actually, we first found out what is the department selected. Now we need to filter the data and show the user whatever is selected. Select 20 means show the employees of 20. 30 means show the employees of 30. Whatever it is, I need to show it. Okay, I'll tell you the logic. How to filter the data rows that are present in a data table. How to filter the data rows present in a data table. This can be done in two different ways. First one, find method of data row. By calling find method of data row. Remember, we already used this. Array search button here in the previous example, search. When you click on the search, we called it ds.tables of 0.rows.find. Yes or not? Did you write the code? Yes or not? In the search button, we called it already. This is a find method. But what is the drawback? The drawback is this find method will work only based on the primary key column. It works only based on primary key column. But what is the primary key column of the employee table? Employee number, not department number. So now you want to search based on employee number, department number. Department number, that's not the primary key column. I cannot use this. Another drawback, this will return only one row. Already clearly explained you on the day. The return type is a data row, one row. And here, under department number 10, array more than one employee can be present. Yes or not? So I cannot use this now. I cannot use this. But this is the first option. Second option. By using data view class is the second option. Using a data view class, we can do a filter. Say data view. This is a class that is designed for performing searching and sorting operations on a data table. This is a class that is designed for performing searching and sorting operations on a data table. Searching can be done, sorting also can be done. Are you clearer or not? So both these two can be done. You can do searching and sorting operations. How, sir? How to do it? Okay, watch it. All of you carefully listen this. We have a data set. Data set is a collection of tables now. And in your SQL server, you have a database. A database is also a collection of tables now. Data set is a class designed identical to a database. Data set is a class that is designed identical to a database. Data table is a class that is designed identical to a table in the database. Array, the data table of our ADO.NET is identical to table of database now. Data row is a class that is designed identical to a row of the database. Data column is a class that is designed identical to a column of the database. Understood or not? Data set is identical to database. Data table, table. Data row, row. Data column, column. Same way, data view is a class that is designed identical to a view in your database. You learned views in database now? In SQL Server, you learned about views. So data table is a class, data view is a class that is designed identical to a view in a database. So what is a view? A view is a logical table. A view is a logical table. Does it have a physical existence? No. It doesn't have any physical existence. You can also call it as a virtual table. Means it looks like a table, but it is not a table. How do you create a view? We create a view based on a table. Create view name as select statement. We create a view based on a table. Yes or not? Can you create a view directly? No. Every view is created based on some table. Same way, here we have a class called data view. Okay. And we create this view based on a table. Based on a table. How do we create? Which table, guys? EMP table. And to create it, we have a property called default view. Nothing here. Remember, we called the method called new. ds.tables of employee.new creates a row with the structure of the row, right? Same way, creates a view with the structure of the table. Just like a new row, here we have a default view that will create a row, and this will create a view now. And this view is created based on which table? EMP table. This view is created based on which table? EMP table. Okay. Just like you create a view based on a table, here also we are creating a view based on a table. Now, this view is created identical to EMP table. Now, you can do searching and sorting operations now. How to do? dv dot, okay, filter, there is row filter. There is a property called row filter is equals to, you can write some filter condition here. I want to get all the managers now. Job equals to manager. Job equals to manager. Run. Working C? Yes or not? And remember the point, guys, I don't require to do any rebindings or anything. Why? What did you learn in SQL Server? Any changes on the view directly reflects on the table. Any changes on the table directly reflects on the view. Bidirectional. Yes or not? Once I do a filter, that automatically reflects for you in the grid. Did you understand me? Yes or not? You can write any condition here, guys. Suppose I'm writing salary greater than 2,500. Column name is salary only, huh? Just a minute. Okay. No. I've written the drop down. Yeah. You see now. All greater than 2,500 now. Otherwise, just a minute. Greater than 3,000. Oh, sorry. Where? Oh. CM. Whose salary is greater than 3,000? Understood or not? I can use multiple conditions. Job equals to manager and salary greater than 3,500. Multiple conditions I want now. Sorry, it's a SQL code. We need to use SQL end operator, not a C# end operator. It is SQL. We require to use SQL end operator and manager whose salary is greater than 3,500. Or otherwise, I'm writing R. Is what you want? You want managers or the people whose salary is greater than 3,500 also. See now, you got managers and this analyst, this analyst and this president salary is greater than 3,500. So I got it. Is that clear? Okay. So like this, we can just go for writing up the conditions like this. A simple process. First step, create a view. Second step, write your condition. Now, should I write this condition or should I write department number is equals to combo box 1 dot text? Did you understand me? Array, what is your condition here? Your condition is department number should be equal to the combo box value. Okay, run. Now see, the filter works based on that. Select now 10. Got it? Are you clear? I am just able to get the data based on this. Okay now? Fine. Now, I developed it here. I shown a demo of my application to the client, but client is not satisfied. Why? Whatever. The client is not satisfied. Why? The reason is you're showing 10, 20, 30, 40 departments, but what is 10? Which department? It's not user friendly to understand. Names are user friendly, yeah? Numbers are user friendly, yeah? But we are not showing a name, we are showing a number. Did you get my point or not? What should be shown there? Name, but not the number. So the client has a dissatisfaction. What is the dissatisfaction? Can you please show me the names now, not the numbers? This is a requirement. Client wants to see the names. If that is the case, it's a simple task for us. What we'll do here, we'll change up the display member. What is the display member? Department name. Run. Display member is department name. Run it. And all the names comes. Yes or not? This is okay. But sets will not work now. Why, sir? Try production. Error coming. Why error coming? What did you write? See? Department number is equals to, correct? But this will not work now. What should I do? Louder. Department Array brainless fellows. Employee table doesn't have department number name column at all. Body present, mind absent. You have department name column in employee table. Tell me, what is the column you have? Department number is the primary key column. Primary key foreign key constraint is present between the two columns now. You are searching on EMP or DPT. Louder. EMP doesn't have D name. You learned SQL Server now. The common column between the two tables is number, not the name. You cannot write B name is equals to. That column is not present in the table. What column is there? Department number is there. Okay, but you want to search based on name. These are the challenges in the real time here. These are the challenges. The client wants to see name, but search will not work based on the name. Okay, search will work based on the number. But number is not descriptive. Client don't want to see the number. To resolve this particular problem, we are provided with an option. What is that option, You bound see, first you bound the table and you said the display member is equals to a column name. Display member is equals to a column. That is the column what is shown to user. As value member. By using this value member, you can bind another column to the combo box, another column to the list controls, another column. But that is not visible to users here. That's not visible to user. See what is visible to user? That's not visible. But as a developer, you can access that value in the code. As a developer, you can access that value in the code. See, for every display member, there is an associated value member or not? For every display member, associated value, marketing is the display member, associated value member, 10. Sales, 20. Finance, 30. Production, 40. For every display member, there is an associated value member behind the screen. Did you catch my point? So now, in your code, all of you, just a second, let me comment this for the time being. Let me comment this. All of you, listen. Message box dot show combo box 1 dot text. What will this show you? Selected display member. What it shows you? Selected display member. Okay. Same like this here, you have a property called as combo box 1 dot selected value. What is that? Selected value. It's an object, so I'm calling toString. What is selected value? It returns the value member associated with the selected display member. You selected a display member, it returns you the value member that is associated with the selected display member. For example, what is the value associated with finance? 30, right? Watch. You got the text. Text is finance. You got the corresponding value member also now? Yes or not? Whatever you select now, I'm selecting sales. 20. Got it, huh? Array, with this, your problem is solved now. Come here. What did you write here? Combo box 1 dot text. Change it now. Combo box 1 dot selected value. That's all. Combo box 1 dot selected value. So what user sees? User sees name. But what is used in my code? You understood or not? So basically, this is called as, this column is called as a text, and this column is called as value. One is for end user, one is for developer. Remember one day we learned about text and tag properties. For checkboxes, I use the tag. When I explained about checkboxes, I use the tag. Tag is for developer. Text is for end user. End user sees the text, but developer uses tag. This is also same. Display member is for end user. Value member is for developer. Developer will use what? Value member. Understood? Now you see your application code is ready. You can see here whatever department you select, it's filtering now. Is that clear? Okay. And this data view class, guys, it can do two things for you. What are the two things? One is searching. Second one is sorting. It can do sorting also. It can do sorting also. You can sort the data based on some column. For example, dv.sort is equals to, I want to sort the data based on a column. Which column? Salary. It will sort the data based on salary. Watch it. See. It is sorted based on the salary now. 2,300, highest is 3,500. And right now it is sorting ascending. You want to sort descending, you can say DS. Now the sort will be descending sort. Highest on the top, least on the bottom. Okay, now it can search and it can sort. And when you're sorting, you can sort based on multiple columns. You can sort based on multiple columns. I want to sort the data based on 2 columns. Commission. Salary, comma, commission. Okay. So basically, all employees doesn't have commission here. Only employees in 20. Means sales department employees only have commission. Do you understand? Sales department employees only have commission. So I'm selecting sales. Is a column name commission or not? Just a minute. It is COMM. Yeah, the column name is COMM, that's all. Column name wrong. Is it working fine? Is the output right? I am sorting based on salary and commission. There are 6 records or 7 records. Looking at data, you're not able to say that. That's your standard. 7 records are there. Tell fast here, is the output right? I am sorting the data based on salary and the commission. Is the output correct? Yes or no? Some are telling yes and some are telling no. Why no? Tell yaar, why you're telling no? Tell. What a mistake you identified. You're irritating me a lot here. I'm asking you a question, you're not answering. What is the mistake in that? Commission not sorted. To tell that why you will make me to shout, you can't open the mouth and say, LKG kids are better than you. If you say I can explain you, if I don't answer, what would I teach you? So what is the problem here? Commission is not sorted. What's the mistake in the commission? 500 should come first, 600 should come first. Louder. If 500 comes first, then 3,500 will come first, and 3,300 is coming at them. Salary will be wrong then. As you said, if 500 comes first and 600 comes next, then what will happen? 3,500 will come first and 3,300 will go next. Then again that is wrong then. The output is correct only here. There is no mistake in the output at all. But do you know how the sort function, how the order by clause works first? If you are using 2 columns in order by clause, the sorting will be done based on first column only. The sorting is done based on first column only, not based on the second column. When you go to second column, you know, if any 2 records of the first column are equal, then it will arrange those rows based on the second column. The output is perfect. The system is not doing any mistake. See, here, these two having the same value now. These 2 records are arranged based on commission. Understood? Not all rows. Use your common sense here. First the salary, the data is sorted based on salary. Again, if it goes and sorts based on the commission now, again, then what is the need of sorting on salary? If you rearrange on commission, your old sort will be remove the data sort is always done based on the first column only, not on the second. When it goes to second column, any duplicates in the first, then it will go to second column. No duplicate values in the first, it won't go to second column at all. Is that clear? Okay, so that's what you must have a duplicate, then only it goes. I'll show you a difference. Watch. Here I'm saying DSC. Where duplicates are there, now arrange the data based on the commission, but not in ascending order, but in descending order. Watch. See now, for 3,000, not finance, no, sales. For 3,300, these two are equal now. Now it went to commission and arrange the two records in which order? Descending order. Understood? That is how you're just going to sort it. So this is to filter and this is to sort. Okay. So in this example, we have learned multiple things here. What did we learn? First one, how to load multiple tables into data into a data set using a single data adapter. Second one, how to do filtering and sorting of the data by using data view class. By using data view class. See here, the data view. Just like we have views in SQL, we have data view class in ADO.NET. A data view class object represents a customized view of data table object. Operations like sorting, searching can be performed on a data view. You can do what operations? Sorting and searching operations. Sorting and searching operations. Sorting and searching operations can be performed on a data view object. In scenarios like retrieval of a subset of data from a data table, we can use a data view to get this data. What is a subset of data? Subset of data. Subset of data means part of data. Subset means part of the data. There are 25 records on the table. You select the 10. You want only employees of 10 now? That is what's called subset of data. You are getting only a subset of data. In scenarios like retrieval of a subset of data from a data table, subset of data from a data table, we can make use of data view to get this data. Okay, note that default view property of the data table returns the default data view for the data table. How to create a view? By calling this property. What property? What it returns here? Data view. Don't create a data view dv is equals to new data view. If you create a view like this, which table is it targeting? EMP table or DEPT table? Confusion now. So how to create a view? ds.tables of emp.default view. When you write like this, what is the meaning of it? The meaning is you are pointing to the default view. You are pointing to the default view associated. Means you're pointing to the table and just performing this action. Just a minute, guys. Okay. See. So if at all you want to work with a data view, two steps here. First step, you need to create a view. How to create a view? By calling default view. Second step, specify a condition for filter by making use of row filter property. You can specify a condition for filter by making use of row filter property, or specify a column for sorting by using sort property. This is to filter, this is to sort. Okay. And these are the various examples what I used here, guys. Just a minute. Just a second. Yeah, have a look. Code to filter the data that is present in a data view. This is how you filter. Different conditions. See, I shown you all the conditions to you. But see, you know that strings and date values should be in the single quotes. The manager is in the single quote. See, okay. Salary rather than 2,500. Same way, job is equals to manager and salary. Same way, job is equals to manager or salary rather than 2,500. Like this, we can just go for fetching the data based on our requirements. Both cannot be sought. What do you mean both cannot be sought? I did not understand the question. Both cannot be sought. And is a code for sort the data. Is a code for to filter or search. To filter the data, and is a code for sorting the data. Okay. And now you see loading multiple tables into a data set using single data adapter and filtering the data using data view. The first example I'm showing is how to load multiple tables into data set using what? Single adapter, and then how to perform the filtering. Add a new form in the project, design it as below, and write code in code view. Yeah, the design is missing there. Just a second. Okay. Hello, guys. The first control you can understand that that's a drop down list. Here I have a combo box. This is a combo box and this is a grid view control. This is data grid view. Okay. Here this is a combo box. I'll update the notes. Okay, I'll update it later. I'll update it and just so won't waste the time in the class. Fine. Yeah, just a minute. Read this note, all of you. Read this. Just like you can bind the data table to grid view, we can bind it to a combo box and list box controls also by using the same data source property. But these controls, even if bound with a table, they can display only a single column, one column only they can display. So what you require to do? So using the display member property of the controls, we need to specify which column must be displayed. 10 columns are there here, it can show you, one only it can show you, tell that. Second, we can also find another column of the table using value member property of the controls, but these column values will not be visible to end users, whereas we can access them in code using selected value property of control for the selected display member. Say, for a selected display member, it returns you the associated value member actually. So that's what exactly the use of this property. Which property? Value member. One is display member and the second one is going to be the value member. These are the two properties that are associated that we can use in our code now. Okay, guys, we are done. Next, the next thing is loading multiple tables using separate adapters. And what did I say? You can modify the code. Using a separate adapter means one for DEPT, one for EMP. You can modify DEPT table also. You can modify EMP table also. Choice is yours here, whatever you want. You can just load by using separate adapters also. Okay. So actually, in this process, I have shown like the code, one with SQL and one with Oracle. I shown the code like one with SQL and one with Oracle. But in the classroom, basically most of you don't have Oracle. So use the SQL only in both the two cases. Use SQL. But to prove you to work with both, I'll show you one table from Oracle and one table from SQL Server to you. But what you do is, you people use the same or otherwise use SQL and Excel. That's also fine. You can use SQL and Excel also. Okay, that's also fine. But in the classroom, I'll show you one table with SQL and one table with Oracle. Okay, first let me show you the design. I'm going to show two tables. So I want to use two grid views now. Two grid views, not one. Okay, two grid view controls, fine. Because we want to use two grid view controls, what I just wanted to do is, I wanted to place two grid views here, but what can happen is they can overlap with each other. There is a chance of overlapping with each other. In a sense, I have one grid view here. And I will set it as dock left. Dock left. Okay. One more grid view, but I'll set it as dock right. Two grid views side by side. But problem is in the runtime. In the runtime, see that two side by side. But the runtime when I expand it, see that in the middle gap is coming. Yes or not? But see, that gap will be coming up in the middle. Why? Because the two grids have their own size. When you increase the form size, grid size won't increment. If the grid size has to increase, we need to go for dot fill. But you cannot set dot fill for both controls now. You cannot set dot fill for two controls. Dot fill can be applied only on one control. So to resolve this problem, all of you, listen. Delete the two grid views. Okay. And then you have a control, a container control. We work with containers, panel, group box. There only we have a container called as split container. Split container. Add that. The split container actually, guys, it's a combination of three panels. It's a combination of three panels, but two are visible. Actually, these two panels are present on a master panel. These two are present on a master panel. First, you have a parent panel. That panel is using dot fill. That panel is using what? Dot fill. Under that, there are two more panels. Panel 1, panel 2. Can you see them? Which panel you can see? That is on the top. If you see the lines carefully, see now, see these lines here. This is one panel, right? On the top, you have another line. See, there is a root panel that is having dot fill. On that, you have two sub panels. On that, you have two sub panels. What you call split container. What you can do with this? What you can do is right now, I did not place any controls on this, but in the runtime here, these two panel sizes can be adjusted. Can you see that? The two panel sizes can be adjusted there. So what to do now? Nothing, guys. Do one thing. What? Add one grid view control in panel 1. Add one grid view in panel 1 and set it as dot fill. Add one grid view control in panel 2 and set it as dot fill. Run. So what is the advantage? The advantage is, see, two advantages. One, when I expand, do you find any gap in the middle? No, because both are not occupying two separate panels. Okay. And also tomorrow, if any side, you don't want to see any table, you can hide that. You don't want to see any table, you can hide that here. You want to increase the size or decrease the size, or you can just do all the hiding now. Okay. Now see, I will load one table into the left hand and one table into the right side. Okay. Just a minute. Using system.configuration, using system.data.sql client. I'm declaring one data set DS, one SQL connection con, and two SQL data adapters, DA1 and DA2. Are you clearer or not? Two SQL data adapters. One is DA1, one is DA2. Oh, I'm sorry. I said that I'm going to show you one table from Oracle and one table from SQL, right? Okay, then. If that is the case, I'll say using system.data.oracle client. Data.oracle client. Oracle data adapter DA2. So two adapters. One is SQL data adapter, one is Oracle data adapter. Now come here. Now today you need to read two connection strings, guys. One is with Oracle and one is with SQL Server. String SQL constr is equals to configuration manager dot connection strings of dot connection string. Same way I can read now what Oracle connection string is equals to Oracle connection string. Okay now? Next. I'm loading DA1 is equals to new SQL data adapter. I'm loading a table. What table? Our employee table, guys. We have now our own employee table. What are the columns in that? E-number, E-name, job, salary, status. Photo is there. We will work with the photos. I did not still touch that. Comma, SQL, constr. Same way, DA2 is equals to new SQL Oracle data adapter. And here I'm targeting to Oracle. In Oracle, also there is a table called as a sal grade table. The sal grade table what I created is present in Oracle also. I'm just going to get it. Grade, comma, low sal, high sal from which table? Sal grade table, comma, Oracle constr. Okay. Next. Look here. DS is equals to new data set. DA1 dot fill DS, comma, which table? Employee. DA2 dot fill DS, comma, which table? You see now, I'm loading the two tables from two different data sources. Tables loaded into data set. TS dot tables dot count. Tabular view does not exist. Veda. Just a minute, yaar. Select star from. Oh, not there. Just a second. None of the tables are missing. All tables are not there. There are no tables in Oracle, yeah. Create table. Sal grade, number, primary key, low sal, decimal, high sal, decimal. Okay. So sal grade, values 1. Two tables. So you loaded the two tables now, and now I want to show the two tables in my application now. So what I'm doing, data grid view 1 dot data source is equals to ds dot tables of sal grade. Same way. Which table here? Employee. You can see now two tables loaded. Is that clear, all of you? Yes or not? Like this, I have a chance of loading any number of tables into it, a single table, multiple tables and all. You can update them also. We can update. I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow.